In this video, we're going to interpret data from a table. Let's read the information. A researcher collected data on the marital status and the highest education level of 300 subjects. The results are in the chart below. So here's our chart or table. This table is a little bit different than ones you may have seen before. It's called a cross-tabulation table or a contingency table. It's based on two different variables, namely marital status and highest education level. But they're broken into more than two categories. So the marital status has 4 categories, highest education level has 5 categories, and all the combinations are in the middle of the table. And notice we also have a total row and column, and in the rightmost lower corner is that 300, which is the total number of people surveyed. So let's look at the first question. It asks how many people in the study are married. So marital status is on the left-hand side, so it's the second row. And these are all the categories based on education, but we weren't asked about those. We just want the total number of people in the study who are married, which is 150 people. Let's look at the next one. How many people in the study have a highest education level of bachelor's degree? So education level is in this top row. Here's bachelor's degree in the third column. And if we go down to the bottom, we could see the total is 84 people. Now part C asks what percent, so notice we changed from how many people to what percent, so we're going to find a ratio of those with a bachelor's degree are married. Okay. Now remember, when you have a percent, it's always relative to some whole, and you could determine the whole from the context by what's after the word of. So the number of people with a bachelor's degree, that's going to be our total or whole, and we want the fraction, which we're going to write as a percent, of these people, specifically the bachelor's degree, that are also married. So married will be our part. So let's highlight this in the table. So the bachelor's degree total, we already found this, it's 84. And the number of people that are married and have a bachelor's degree are 47. So we have 47 out of the 84. We'll multiply this by 100% to write it as a percent. So 47 divided by 84 times 100 is 55.95%. Let's look at part D. So D asks us, what percent of those who are married have a bachelor's degree? Notice this seems very similar to our last problem, but notice that the part and the whole have changed. So now our whole, or our total, we're looking at those who are married, and our part is going to be those that have the bachelor's degree and who are married. So our part will actually be the same, but it's relative to a different total. So let's highlight these in this new chart. So here's married, here's bachelor's degree. Okay, 47 is the number that have both, or are both, but our total is of those who are married, which is the 150 instead of the 84 from last time. So we have 47 over 150. We'll multiply by 100 to change it to a percent. And our result is 31.33%. And our last problem, part E, what percent, here's our of, those who are divorced, so that's going to be our total, have some college, and that's going to be the part relative to the total. So our total is the number of people who are divorced, and the part are those who are divorced and also have some college. So here's our divorced row. The total is 30, and the number that are also in the some college category is 10. So we have 10 out of 30. We'll multiply that by 100%. And notice this is just 1/3, so we don't need the calculator. You can use it if you want to, but 1/3 as a percent is 33.33%.